So I've got Mr. Griff himself from Shvpes. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm very good. We just played
very sweaty.
Yeah, still sweating. I've been rubbing myself down with a towel, but obviously it hasn't worked. Yeah, we just played one of our favourite shows ever, so we're fucking over the moon.
So let's talk about your new single. You've just released that, was it a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, 2-3 weeks ago, man. I feel like every time someone asks me, I'm like, yeah, we only released it like 2 weeks ago, and I look at the date, I'm like, oh, it's not 2 weeks, but yeah, fuck it, 2 long weeks ago.
So what can you tell us about the single?
It's kind of taken our sound and it's difficult to say. It's taking it in a more commercial way, but it's kind of the first offering effectively of what our new album sounds like. Okay. And we're over the moon with it, and it's had the best response that we've ever had from putting out a song, so it's
great, man. That's really, really cool. So what inspired this kind of new thinking and this new sort of direction?
Do you know what, when we finished that last album, we kind of, I was so focused on writing the music, and I was in with the guys, being like, oh, I play this, blah, 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 doing all the music, that I kind of went and just wrote all the lyrics within about 3 weeks to the rest of the album. And I don't think I gave enough time to my vocals, so it kind of felt like the music took priority over the vocals, which just should never be the case. It should be all one cohesive measure. Okay. And it came out very schizophrenic with the last record. So on this one, I just made it my absolute forefront to make sure I demoed the life out of every single song and made it the best it could possibly be, really, and really made the vocals kind of shine in this, because that's what kind of people remember, that's what people sing along to and stuff, and I think it's worked out. That's what we wanted to do. I wanted to basically just make it so much fucking better than the last album. I got to the end of that recording it and went home. We got the first mixes back, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's that track. Got through them. I was like, is that it? Is that it? Fuck, it's not as good as I thought it was.
What can we expect from the album then?
A lot more diversity, but in a more cohesive manner, if that makes sense. On the last album, it was very much like, we'll do a fucking breakdown here, and then we'll go into a jazz section, and it was all just a bit mental, basically. On this one, we've kind of devoted each track to certain things, so there's some songs that I imagine metalers are going to absolutely despise. There's some songs that metalers are absolutely going to love. Each track's got its own complete vibe, but it all still sounds like Shvpes, and we've found a sound that we can do anything we want to do. We can do a complete hip-hop track, we can do a trap song, we can do like a Radio 1 hit banger with singing and rapping and Run the Jewels-esque kind of stuff, and it all still sounds like us. So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
What would you say is the sort of the common thread that you've got?
It's a good question, and I don't know how to answer it, but when you listen to it, it's like trying to describe a colour you've never seen, do you know what I mean? Okay. Well, not even like you've never seen, it's like trying to describe a colour to someone when
they've never seen it.
When you've never seen it, and you're like, it's like a a kind of, with on the top and a little, I don't know what to say. I'm lost, sorry. Shit.
What's going to be the plans for the rest of the year, is what I'm trying to say?
So we leave tomorrow to go on tour with Bless the Fall for a bit, and then we're going out with Bullet for Valentine and Asking, playing some festivals. That's all we've got booked in so far. Oh no, we've got Reading and Leeds actually as well, which we're super hyped about. Same day as Kendrick, so it's all good. And then end of the year, we're just looking for tours.
So where do you kind of lie in terms of influence then, as a vocalist?
As a vocalist, I'm a huge fan of Jason Butler. Jason from Let Live and The Fever. We finished.
Did you see them?
We finished and they went on 20 minutes after us. I chucked all my shit away, fucking legged it across the entirety of Download. We were on the Dogtooth stage, which is up in that corner. There, whatever that one's called, in like the far blue one. So I legged it across, managed to catch 2 songs, looked at my phone, was like, press. Here we are. But no, they sounded great, so it was good to see them. I saw them, I've only ever seen them, him twice, once with Let Live and once with The Fever, and the time with Let Live was here on that Zippo Encore back in a couple of years ago. I love everything he touches, basically. I think he's really.
Is it kind of because he's quite a unique singer, like even in his delivery? I think is that one of the things that you kind of draw from.
Do you know what it is? He's got that kind of like air, like the Steven Tyler, like ow! When he gets up top, it kind of just distorts, but you still hit the notes. So you get all the pleasure of hitting those high notes, but without it sounding like power metal. And he's always had this kind of like rhythmic delivery that really echoes with my like hip hop influences and stuff.
Do you think that metalheads are really kind of like reticent to listen to hip hop and think like and incorporate those sort of styles?
Do you know, I think as time goes on, I think people are less and less, like the whole metal elitist thing has kind of died a little bit from what I can see. You know, take it back to like 2007 when like Machine Head were top dogs, and every single place you walk around this festival, you'd see Machine fucking Head on the back of someone's top. That was the height of metal elitism, and that was anything that isn't like, hey, look, was just like, that's shit, that's, you know. And I feel like people are kind of branching out, and if you don't like our shit, then fuck you. I'm sorry, if you don't like it, I don't care. I do what I like. If you like it, cool. If you don't, you don't.
That's the best thing.
That's great. I mean, not fuck you, you can like whatever you want, but kind of metaphorically fuck you.
So, to finish thing off, what was it like playing the stage today?
You know, it was coming out today and seeing a song that we've only had out for 2 long weeks, however long it is, and seeing, I don't even know how many people, there's a lot of people there singing the shit back to us, and like we're finally seeing it growing, you know, whereas before it was kind of, you see the same names pop up on social media. It kind of felt like if we released another album like that, we're done basically. We might play a couple shows around the UK once a year, but yeah, coming out today and seeing it, apparently it was 1 in 1 out. Our label boss was there, who has only ever seen us once before, and he was like, you guys are a different band. I'm like, we are, right? Like, it's not just me, like it sounds completely different. So we're all just kind of humbled and a bit in awe, really. You kind of walk off, you're like, was it alright? Like, I don't fucking know. But yeah, we're super happy with it.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for having a chat.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.